Welcome into the BSN Nuggets weekly breakdown presented by Huberger Subaru. No need to ever make the drive or set foot in a dealership. Huberger Subaru can do the entire deal remotely and bring your new car anywhere in Colorado as a courtesy. Allie Monroy here with Harrison Wind, and we're at the BSN Denver studio breaking down what's been going on with the Nuggets as of late. Nikola Jokic struggled on the offensive end of the floor in Denver's past few games, but he exploded for 36 points against Cleveland a few nights back. Harrison, what do you think changed?
36 points. It was Jokic's second biggest offensive output of the season. His highest was going back way to the beginning of the season, 41 points against the Nets that night. But the biggest difference, Allie, was from my perspective, the Nuggets called a lot more plays for Nikola Jokic against the Cavs. Before the game, Michael Malone made a point to say how since Paul Millsap has been back in the lineup, he's been calling more plays to try to get him involved. Definitely seemed like that was the case for Jokic against the Cavs. Really from the first quarter on, Denver made a point to find him in the post, get him isolated one-on-one, and really just let him take advantage of the Cavs' interior defenders and front court players. And that's what he did. He had a ton of post-ups the other night, 17 of them to be exact, according to NBA.com. He averages just a little over 7 per game, so a big change there. They really looked to play through him, almost force-feed him at times. So that was the main reason why he went off for 36 points. Denver made it a point to get him involved really from the opening tip.
Paul Millsap has played 5 games since missing 44 games with a wrist injury. How do you think he's meshing with Jokic on the floor?
It's a work in progress, just like it was at the beginning of the season. If you remember in the first couple weeks of the season when they were playing together, they had a struggle meshing on offense. They held it together on defense. That's what Paul Millsap brings. His defense really does need to get adjusted that much to play with Jokic and play with the Nuggets and make an impact there. But I feel like we've seen a lot of what we saw at the beginning of the season over these past 4 or 5 games that Millsap has been on the floor since he's returned from that injury. At the beginning of the season also, they kind of started figuring it out after that 7 or 8 game mark. The only issue is Denver doesn't have the luxury, or what they thought was going to be a luxury at the beginning of the season, of having months and months to work these two in together. They just have 17 games. So they've got to figure it out. Denver's got to start winning some games here.
Well, they also have a 7-game road trip looming. What's the Nuggets' urgency in the next few games?
Yeah, it's high. Their urgency is high, that's for sure. You don't want to go into this 7-game road trip trying to work yourself back into the playoff picture. Denver's in 9th right now. They don't want to be in that spot when they go on this really tough road trip. They haven't been a good road team all year, and they play a lot of really tough opponents away from Pepsi Center over that stretch. Their next stretch of games, though, their next 4 games, you want them to get 3 of those minimum. They've got the Lakers twice, once at home, once on the road. They've got the Kings at home, a team they should easily handle at Pepsi Center. And then they've got the Detroit Pistons, a team that's been up and down, but another squad they should definitely beat at home. So 3 out of 4 for the Nuggets should be a goal if they want to be on the right side of the playoff picture, I'll say, with that 7-game road trip looming.
Well, be sure to follow all of our coverage on bsnnuggets.com. For Harrison Wind, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver. Huberger Subaru is the largest dealer in the U.S., which means big inventory and better pricing.